Celebrate.
Shit.
We need some music.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see what we got.
Can we do the troll one with Poppy? What is that?
Mama, I don't know.
Mama, can you do that one?
I don't know about that one. We're not gonna do it because then I might bring somebody back down. I don't need to go get.
What?
Good evening, Facebook user. Hello, Didi. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Y'all, please bear with me today. Ooh,
What?
is Kyla here? She said she needed me. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to. If y'all feel like I'm annoying y'all on Facebook, I need you to let me know, and I will send y'all my number because I don't want to miss out on what y'all need help with because I don't really be on Facebook that much as far as messaging is concerned. Yes, bear with me because I got a little headache, so I might be a little, but I'm still here. Hey, y'all. Hey. So today, Didi, I need you to go ahead and prep me with the phone number, the address, and the seller name. Hey, Nori, did we need to talk about your lead today that you got in Brockerton? You sent me a text earlier. Let me see. So y'all might need my mailing address because at this rate, the phone is just non-existent. Yeah, she said, hey, girl, how are you? Hey, girl. So yes, and then I might tell y'all like
He texting you back.
Reach out, and just say what you want, and then I'll be like, hold on, I ain't even getting no good morning, good evening. So I'm in between. Hey Laura, hey Naisha, y'all was rolling right on in. This is what I like. Nori is there, Mama. Jemiah is here, Nori, to say hey to you. You gonna say hey?
Hi.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk to some sellers today. If you got a lead that we need to work out, did y'all like how last night went? Because that's how I really wanted to go, and so we only can do that though if y'all got leads. I wanted to know if you can walk me through how to deal with Roberto Go. Oh, girl, no. So I did not send him the email, and he didn't ask about it either. Go. Go.
Why?
Because I'm on live tonight and y'all reading a lot of noise. I already told the people I got a headache. So go ahead.
Stop. Hi.
Everybody say hey to co-host number 2.
Hi.
All right. Now y'all bow out. Y'all say, hope we have a great live tonight. Good night. Say that. Hope we have a great live tonight. Good night.
I hope we have a great night. Good night. Hi.
All right.
Oh my God.
Y'all go find Daddy and ask him to check on the food, please.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So what we got on the table today? Y'all let me know in the chat because we're not gonna waste no time. Meaning, like, hypothetically, how would it go to be structured? Nora, this too advanced right now. I'm not even gonna tell you because you're not there yet, baby. So we just gonna focus on simple stuff. And so with that, as we get into it and we make it happen, we bring all the pieces together, then I can bring it in, but we just not there yet. So I know I probably lost a lot of people on the call last night as far as the offer that I gave him. And so with that, I don't want to get into it because you really got to have it simple. So y'all don't be like, oh yeah, I'm missing something. I got to figure out, hold on y'all, because we were supposed to talk to Roberta again today. But the guy never reached out. Yeah, he never give out his number. So I'm gonna just have to say it's not good because we're supposed to talk to Roberto to give him the information for his loan or try to get that loan gone through, and then get that situated. So tonight we gotta sell it a call. We gotta get some more information on, and then I want one more. So does anybody got a lead? I got it, Dee. Thank you. Does anybody got a lead?
I have a lead.
Does anybody got questions they want to talk about? So when he said he wants 150, his dad's a substitute on the offer. I gotta offer him as a wholesaler. You're not a wholesaler, nor are you an investor. And so, Nora, you're trying to force my hand. So, no, Nora, just no. We're not going here. We're not going here. Cause nobody, like people that was on the call last night, some people that was on the call, they don't even know what we're talking about. So I'm not gonna take time to discuss it right now. Denise, you missing a T. Hello here. You saying that you hear it here? So yeah, so we're not gonna talk about that right now. We'll bring it back when it makes sense for everybody. But right now, we just gotta focus on having quality conversations with sellers. That's it. So if you were here last night and you got lost in the sauce a little bit on the Roberto call on as far as the offer I gave him, let me know right now in the chat, please. Jemaya.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. He just got goats. So let me know in the chat if you got lost in the sauce with the call with Roberto. All right, y'all. I got to go save my food from burning up. So give me 2 seconds to do that, and I'll be right back. In the meantime, though, I need y'all to let me know if you did some marketing, how that went, and if you feel like you had a conversation with somebody, but it kind of left off, or you in your so you feel like it should have went a different way. Let me know that in the chat, because I remember like Didi, she always say, "Mashika, I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like the car should have went way different than what it did." So it may be able to, or it may just be you talking in your head. And so if you let me know in the all right, y'all. If you let me know in the chat, then I'll be able to call a seller and see if what you're feeling is right, which is definitely a translate into a different call, or if you're in your head a little bit, and then I can show you how to not be there anymore. Okay, Kayla, I'm finna get you the Google Meet. Hold on. So y'all can pop it to Google Meet in the meantime. But please don't pop in if you don't have anything to talk about. That way we can keep the traffic down. Yes, Mama. Say hey to Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Sorry, nice to meet you. So you could pop in. So yeah, don't pop in if you don't have anything to discuss, deal wise, emotion wise, anything. The Google Meet is for people who want to have conversations. So if you don't want to have a conversation, then don't pop in.
What are you doing? What's that?
I got a lot going on. Yeah.
No, Dad.
All right. So pop into the Google Meet if you have something that we need to address or something that you need help working on. And then we can do that live. And then
Here.
Hello? Not at this time. Can you call me back, please? I said not at this time. Can you call me back, please? So yeah, we're gonna roll with that. So let me go do what I need to do. And if you got any questions, you want to talk, come into the Google Meet and we'll talk. And so that's what I was saying. At 7:30, I'm gonna be calling, making the first seller call. So I need everybody to be in their respective places so you don't miss out. And then we can know what to be next. And that way our call can flow today. And so if you need help, let me know in the chat, then pop in the Google Meet, and then we'll go from there, okay? Everybody got me?
Yeah. Okay. See, pour the water in there.
Okay, great, Jamar. We're going to figure it out. So, y'all give me like 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Oh, I guess I wasn't back in enough time because one dropped out. But I be just amazed at the patience and the grace and the mercy y'all extend me. By being patient with me. They let me know y'all know a little bit about how life go. So I appreciate it. But all right, so we was talking to Kayla. So let's talk to Kayla about what she got going on.
Okay, so all right, so basically, I called the person, the realtor that was selling the land, and it is 6 acres. They really want to sell. It's going to be it's 6 acres, but they have a house that they're living on the front part of the land. And he said they may be willing to actually sell all of it, and if they do, it'll be 9 acres. Now, I did ask him a few questions. I asked him, it is a private owner. They haven't had any other calls or offers. I asked him if it was buildable, and he said no. He said it is buildable. I asked him if it had water and electric hookup, and he said no. And then I asked him what is it zoned for. He said it's a R3 zone for residential. Okay. And then what else did I ask him? And I asked him, he was talking about they wanted like $800,000 for the land. And I asked him were they willing, right? And I said, okay, so are they gonna be willing to negotiate? And he was like, well, yeah. He said, as long as it makes sense. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So then, so the part that half of it is clear, the other part is wooded. Mm-hmm. And he said, I asked him, why are they trying to sell? And he said, they're looking to downsize. And he said, but they really do want to sell this property with the possibility of selling the whole land. And what else did he say? Yeah. And it's in a pretty good area where the land is, because it's in an area that they built up. They put like a new whole Harris Teeter, and it's by Walmart. It's by like the main interstates and everything. And it's a whole shopping center. So it's in a really good area.
So it's in I don't know. He's really down. The land is in a neighborhood, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it is. But he said the way it's made is it's a private road down behind the property it's a lot of land back there. He said so.
See, that's the only challenge behind it, because it sounds like they're just trying to sell their backyard, right? And so the land is behind their main house, right?
Right.
And so, but he's saying you have private access to it where you could put a house by there and travel on a road, not in a backyard, pretty much.
Right, but he said that also, though. He also said that, what did you say? Hold on. He also said that I guess the part that they are selling is the wooded area.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
There may be something there. We can look at it and see what the comps suggest for what new bills are going for in the area, and then kind of go from there. So I celebrate you for taking action, though, and making that call and getting information. That was pretty good. And so now we just got to figure out if it's a deal here or if it's not, because you got all the information. So I don't have any questions about anything. The only thing that kind of popped up in my mind was, why are they selling their backyard? That's it. And so, in my mind, when somebody sells their land and it's that close to home and it has that big of a price tag on it, it sounds like they need money or want money. And so with that, I want to know, what are you doing with the money after I give you the $800,000, So,
right.
We just have to run comps on it and just see what the market suggests, and see if a developer would be even, like your guy, your buyer, if he would be even interested in it. So I would tell him to go by there. I would give him an address and say, hey, can you go by here? Because before I put any more energy into it, I would just like to know if this is something, as a builder, is this something that you would be looking for? Or am I just wasting my time with this?
Right. He also said that It is on the MLS, and you can look it up. He said there is another person that's the listing agent. So he gave me the guy's name, Bob Stanley, as a listing agent. But he also said that it's been listed for over 100 days.
Okay.
So on, I guess, the MLS, but
it takes.
He said there's a way you can go and look it up.
Okay. I would show him the Zillow link and say, hey, what do you think about this? And go from there. Because land takes longer to sell, but if it's a good piece of land, people pick it up. But everybody isn't walking around with $800,000 in their pocket. So it could be two things. The number doesn't make sense, and he's not. Well, he said he haven't been getting any offers, but the numbers don't make sense, or the location of the land doesn't make sense. Okay, and so we got to figure out which is which. So send that to your guy. Just send him a Zillow link and say, hey, what do you think about this? I'm working on this right here to try to get it for a cheaper price. Is this something that you would be interested in buying? Does the location of his land make sense for a builder? And just kind of go from there.
Okay, so question. So what would I send him?
The Zillow link.
Like, because I don't have. Huh?
The Zillow link. You said it's listed on Zillow, right? It's listed on the market?
No, he said this. Yeah, he said it's on MLS. He said all you gotta do is type in 00 and the property will come up. I don't know what that means. I have no idea.
You got access to the MLS? Does the property have a actual address, Kayla, or no?
No, and that's what I asked him. I said, is there like an address or something that I can give? And he was like, he doesn't. Well, he didn't have the information right in front of him. He was about to go into a meeting. He did talk to me for about 15 minutes or so, but he didn't have the information because he was about to go into a meeting. But he said, if we wanted more information, we can reach out to the guy, the Bob Stanley guy, who's the listing agent, who would have more info on it, or who I guess is his partner. So I'm not sure, but I didn't reach out to Bob Stanley.
I ain't really to reach out to Bob Stanley either, because that speaks more to the location of it. And if it's not something that he can just tell you, like, hey, yeah, you can look it up online, and then you pop up into a Zillow listing and you find it, and it sounds like he's just now listing it. And so that's why he hasn't gotten any other offers or anything. But he said it's been on the market for 100 days, so that's confusing.
Right.
Do me this favor.
Yeah, he said it's behind on a private road with a house on the land. And again, he said we would be willing to sell all land with the house and all. It would be about 9 acres. But he said that they were just in talks about it. That was just a conversation that they came up with, that they were having, but nothing set in stone as far as the house.
Okay.
But he definitely said there's definitely set in stone is selling the land. So I don't know.
Okay, we got 3 minutes. Okay, so what's the zip code of it?
It'll be, I'm guessing 28216. Yeah.
28216.
Yeah, it's Mount Holly, Huntersville Road.
Okay, Mount Holly, Huntersville Road, and let me do this for sale. Do land. Say it one more time. The road.
Mount Holly, Huntersville Road.
I see it right here. I'm gonna send you the link. All right, there it is. And so it looks like from this picture, it looks clear. It don't even look. It look like this little old shed is on there, but I don't see an actual house. And so
the front of it is clear. The part that I took a picture of, but that's not the part that they're selling. They're selling what's behind the house.
Okay, so look at it and let me know this is what you're seeing. Because this could work if they have a private access road that somebody could drive on. Because if you look at the neighboring houses, and let me share my screen so y'all can see on YouTube.
Okay. That's good.
So if you I'm showing y'all Kayla. If y'all see this, if y'all see these surrounding houses, you got a house here, a house here, something going on here and here, It lets you know, like, okay, this is a little private community, you know, and I can plop a house right here, but I need a road coming somewhere where I can have access to my house, right? So this might be what we consider a landlocked lot, which means I can't come in, you know, and it's just a lot that may be buildable, but it's landlocked, which means I don't have access to it. And so in this case, what we do is sell it to the neighbors, or we try to figure out, you know, how we can get access to the road. So she mentioned the dirt road. So my next question would be, can I take the dirt road to my house if I build one there?
Okay.
So
he said, oh, well, he said it's behind. I guess he said behind it is. I guess I don't know. It was kind of weird because he was saying it's behind it on a private road. The house is on a. I don't know. Maybe how I wrote it down, but he said there's a private road. I guess going down there with access to it. Okay. But I would have to probably go down and see, because honestly, when I did write down, because there is a private road, because I pulled over because I saw the sign on the side of the street. So I did pull over, and there is a private road that leads down behind the house, because he said, yeah, then that actually might be the way you would get in there, but I'm not 100% sure.
But see, we sometimes probably has been previous about it. So this one I was trying to see, but the thing about this one is I lost my whole train of thought. It may be able to work, you know, because of the area. And sometimes if this is near the lake, sometimes on the lake you have these cul-de-sacs, and then you go in, it's like individual houses, and they have that private land on there. And so if they have some kind of access to it, then it's worth working with it. But we have to just make sure that the price makes sense, because they would definitely only be able to put one house here, and they would have to sell it for probably double what they pay for the lot, the piece of land for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a risky play, but it could work for somebody who knows what they're doing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing, I don't know, to call and see? I don't know.
Call and see what?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't need to call on this, Kelly. I would just want you to go down there and kind of take pictures of what the access would be like for somebody who would live here, and then just reach out to your buyer and shoot him that link, the Zillow link I sent you, and say, hey, you know, is this something that would work for a builder because of where it's located? You know, would this be worth your time? Can you see yourself actually making profit off of this? And kind of just talk to him more as a friend, as an advisor, than a buyer. Because if he jumps on, okay, cool, you can just say him, no, you're working on to get it at a cheaper price and go from there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But let me take a peek right quick at what these houses are selling for around it. Okay. Because it say right here that I've been on here for 50 days. And people interested in it because it got 7 saves. Or they may just be company. I don't know. So let me see. Come on, man. I have to do the other one. Here we go. I don't know if this is it. So I don't even see them other houses. So back in, girl, I don't know. Hold on. Let me try it one more time. 0. Because the way it's coming up is looking commercial. but I think it's pulling like several different addresses. Um, it's not showing me, so I'll have to zoom in actually on a map to be able to see it. But on that same road, 5 acres sold back in 2019 for 1.43 million. You still there, Kayla?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So I think it's a deal here. We just got to figure out that access thing.
Okay, so you said I need to go take pictures of it and then send it to the buyer.
Yeah, I would go down there and take pictures of that little dirt road. Like do a video, walk down the road. And then like kind of show him what it looks like. Because that's what his agent should have did. Because when you look at it, he's just giving you the bird eye view, and you can't even really see what's going on here. And so, looking at it on Zillow doesn't make sense. But if you have that video, he can get a better idea of what's what. Because I see a road here. Like, let me show you. Because if you look right here, I see a road right here, but is this the dirt road or is this something else? Right? So, just got to get a better. Can you see it? Can you see it? I can't hear you, girl.
I'm sorry. I just realized my camera was. So that looks like that is the dirt road because beside of it, I think there is like over here to my left is like a church.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is like the dirt road because if they didn't take a good picture of it, but you can see that's where the street starts.
Because you can't even see it, and so let me try to look at a street view. I don't know, because they don't even got the street view on here. And
they don't even they don't even have the pictures that they have on here. Isn't because there's not that many trees. You know what I mean? Like there's other houses.
Yeah, he didn't do a good job with this. That's why it's been sitting on the market for so long, because value would be in the fact that they have access to it, right? So boom, I could put me a $1 million, $2 million home right here and live my best life. But if you're not showing me that, hey, I got access here, I got the water and sewer, I'm not trapping on somebody else's yard, then I don't know how to make a decision with that. And so I need more information. And so if you go and you get the video, because it looks like it's something right here, but if you get the video showing the access to the lot, and you ask your guy, you send him this link right here, you tell him everything that you know from the seller, then he should be able to make a decision. And then if anything, y'all can go down there together. I think that'll be best. Have him come out here with you and say, hey, I got this lead that I'm working on. I just kind of wanted to get your opinion first and get your eyes on it if you're willing. So that I can see whether or not this is something that you're looking for, or this is something that you could do something with, and go from there.
Okay, because he doesn't actually live here. I got to see when he is going to be back in Charlotte. But no.
Okay, well, you can call like 3 different builders and send them that link, or get them an address and say, hey, is this like, can you see yourself really building something on here? Is this something here, or am I wasting my time? Because I'm looking to build a house here, or sell it to somebody who wants to build a house here. But I don't know if it'll be like, valuable here. Because we still can't see the comps. So I'm thinking this area is not really a lot of data. But I did see that one that sold for 1.43 million. But that was over 2 years ago. So I don't know. So I would just talk to buyers in this case and see what they're looking for, and if there's something that they would kind of grab or not.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but let me ask you this though. So we're doing that, and actually, I guess I would have to show them the property, but couldn't they go behind me and just take it? Or how does that work?
I mean, like, you pretty much going behind the agent back at this point, because you don't even supposed to be talking to the seller because it's on a contract with the agent. So it's nothing here to be taken, really, because the agent got the right to market it and everything in that age. He already got it in the contract with the seller. And so you're just like every other buyer who comes to this listing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you talking about the guy that I spoke to? You talking about the actual agent?
Yeah, the actual agent has it on the contract. You're not even supposed to be talking to the seller if it's on the contract. And so with that, you have to go through the agent anyway because it's his listing. He has it on the contract. That's like you being a wholesaler and somebody goes behind your back and talk to the seller and have a conversation and they buy it directly for the seller. Well, you just cheated the agent out of his commission and his time that he spent putting his listing together.
Right. Oh, so, okay. I didn't. Okay, so I guess that didn't make sense to me. So the guy that I was talking to is not the actual agent.
No, because he gave you your agent, Billy. What he said his name was? Billy Stanley.
Bob Stanley.
Let me see his name on her. Contact agent.
Cause see, when I called, because
his name on here, Billy Stanley, and then it's a Gonzalo Galvez.
Yeah, I talked to Gonzalo Galvez. That's who I spoke with.
Well, he an agent listed on him because he got the brokerage still on here. So, if he telling you he called him his partner, I don't know. You gotta figure out if you talking to the agent or not. Because if so, your original question was, can you wholesale this from an agent? And so the answer was yes, but you have to make it make sense, and you have to. They're gonna ask you for proof of funds and everything. So it's a lot of the hurdles you gotta jump through. And so you have to make it make sense for you before you can put in an offer in that stuff. And so that's why I'm telling you to contact buyers first. Get their opinion on it, see if they'll be willing. Because you can go to Bob and say, hey Bob, I got a buy for this. Let's make this work. Okay. And that's really how we should be approaching agents, not, let me get this under contract like I'm the buyer and turn around and wholesale it. No. Work with the agent, partner with the agent, bring them value by bringing them a buyer to their listing, and then go from there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you said I need to call. Well, I need to find buyers first. Ask them if it seems like it's something that they would do, and then go from there.
Yeah. Definitely. Denise, does that make sense for all your properties that you're running up on that's on the market or pending an offer? Because I didn't tell you what came to mind when I saw that one that had been pending an offer for all this time. Because it's March 22nd. That's 11 days, I think it was. Why is it still pending an offer now? And if they're in an inspection period, it makes sense. But if they're not, and it's just a wholesaler who has it under contract, that's a different story. So for all people who want to put offers on the MLS and work with stuff that's on market, bring value to the agent by bringing them a buyer. Don't try to get it on the contract as a buyer yourself because you're wasting the agent's time. All right. Anybody got any questions on that? Kayla, you good? Everybody good? Y'all quiet. Okay. All right. So let's call our seller, and then we're gonna get rolling. We are at 40 minutes in, and I feel like I ain't gave no value. Denise, don't be yelling at me. All right, let's do this. Diddy. Diddy.
Sorry, I was on a call, but I'm listening. I'm here. Are you about to call? I think it was Carlos.
Yeah, girl, I almost had a panic attack though because I'm like, okay, what am I calling Carlos for? And so basically, we just trying to get more information about his TNA situation and figure out how we can help him.
Yes. So hold on. Okay. Yeah. So he was.
Oh Lord, he's calling back. Hold on, Didi.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, I'm returning the call.
Yes. Hey, Carlos. My name is Mashika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So you've been in conversation with my partner, Didi, about the property on West Buchanan Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, she called you today trying to get an appointment scheduled.
I didn't get anything scheduled. She said somebody's gonna call me. I said, "Oh, that's fine."
Got it. Okay. And so, from what we talked about, because we're wrapping up for the end of the day, going over everybody that we got in contact with today. And so, what she was supposed to do today was reach out to you and get a viewing appointment scheduled for the property so that we can get a better idea of the condition. And you told her that because of the situation with the tenant, you weren't comfortable with that. And so I said, okay.
Because I'm kind of like, I'm about to raise the rent, and she's kind of not liking that. So I kind of want to be sensitive to that. I don't want to give her a heads up if I do sell it.
Got it.
It's month to month, but I'm just,
Okay, so what's the challenge here, Carlos? Because just investor to investor, I know that you have other responsibilities to this property, especially if you still have a mortgage on it. And so with that, you want to make sure that you're covering yourself as well and still have that sensitivity towards the tenant. So what kind of challenges are you experiencing with her? Because I know you said you wanted to raise the rent, but you're not in a position to do that because she is month to month, and she may not be able to afford that new rental price.
Yeah, well, I'm not in. For me, it's really not a problem, because I already raised it once, and so I'm kind of in the, I got to raise it again to bring it to market level at least, we're close.
Mm-hmm.
She's been a long time tenant, so I'm kind of just trying to be careful with it. At the same time, I get calls like this every day where, if the offer is good, then I might take it. If not, then I don't have to,
Exactly.
That's where I'm kind of at, with it. So it's not, so yeah, the pictures are there. There is Zillow and everywhere. I don't want to schedule anything as far as her, viewing the house, because I don't want to let her know that I'm selling the house or anything like that, because I may not have to. So I don't want to stress her out. Her husband just died a couple of months or somewhere last year.
Oh, no.
So it's just real sensitive situation with her. She's her and 4 girls. So I don't want to do it unless unless I'm going to sell it, then I'll sell it. If not, then I don't want to have to go through, stressing her out with all that.
Okay, so have you made a true decision about if this is something you want to sell or not? Because we're looking to move forward in the next 30 days. And so if you need more time, we're okay with following up with you at a later date. But we just...
Like I said, we get offers like this every day, and most of the time people want to lowball me, last year or the year before that, I think it was last year. Earlier in the year, it was, 280, I went to 300, and it kept going up, and they wanted to lowball me. Now they want to pay me more than what I asked originally, but now the house has gone so much higher that it's like, okay, no, you're going to either give me what I want or, go buy something else. I'm okay with that. I'm almost paid off of the house anyway, so I'm making money off of it. So
okay.
I really don't have, I'm not going to sell it if I'm going to put it in the market. I'm not going to go to put it in the market or anything like that. It's just, I'm just thinking if the price is right, I sell it. If not, then I don't have to. So.
Okay, so you don't feel like you need to sell it. It's more of, if you get the money that you're looking for, you're ready to move forward.
Yeah, I have other ideas of what I want to do out here in other properties, with that. I live in Texas.
You say you live in Texas?
Yeah, so. Okay. I do have family out there, so, and there you go. So, yeah, just this thing keeps moving up and moving up, and every day it's getting higher and higher out there.
Right. Yeah, Arizona is pretty crazy as far as the market value is just concerned, so I definitely agree with you on that. And so as far as just a low ball offer is concerned, what have they been coming in at that makes you feel like, I might as well just keep my property?
Well, okay, so this is where I started, okay? When all this craziness started happening, that house was no more than $250,000, I said, you know what, I'm going to take $260, take it or leave it. And they came up at $180 or around there.
Oh, wow.
And I said, no, so then the market started getting hot. I went to 350. I said, okay, you know what? I said, okay, I want 300. And then lowball me again, like 410 or around there. It's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
So then the house went to 350. I said, okay, I'm on 350, and so on and so forth. It's like, man, if you would have paid me what I was asking for back then, you would have already made almost $200,000 on it. So
Exactly right. So they should have known when they had a good thing.
well, that's what happens, when you get investors, they want to lowball you. I mean, that's what happens, they want to lowball you, and here's where I'm at. The same thing. So I'm asking 270 right now.
Mm-hmm.
470. And next week it's going to be higher, so who knows how high it's going to go? Who knows? You never know. But
right. Okay.
I went to 300, and then I went to 450, and then they were wanting to offer me 300, and it's craziness because it keeps going higher and higher, and now they're giving me more than why I originally started. And yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I want top dollar at the top when it's at the hottest, so.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
to sell it, like I said, I'm just, if I get what I'm asking for, then I'll sell it. If not, I'm not going to.
Okay, so it sounds to me, Carlos, like you said, you don't need to sell this. You just, if you get the price that you're looking for, you're looking to sell it. Other than that, you might as well just keep it. And you said you almost got to pay it out free and clear. So then your cash flow, your net cash flow, is definitely going to go up from that paying tenant. And so with that, like you said, you're not even around the property. You're in Texas. You're doing your thing out there. Do you invest full time or you have a full time job?
I'm a contractor, so I do contracting work, remodeling homes and stuff like that. Now, I used to have a full time where I used to be a manager for a company, but I was going to move to Arizona and I didn't. I ended up remarried out here.
Yeah.
And so I stuck around. So now I'm looking into getting more property out here.
Got it. Okay. So is this your only property in Arizona?
In Arizona, yeah.
Okay. And so if you leave this, you could pretty much put all your focus onto investing in Texas, correct?
That is right.
Okay. And so pretty much that 470 will be that investment, that investment jump start that you're looking for in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, because I got to think about, the taxes. I'm going to do a 430, what is that? 431 exchange.
Yeah, 1031 exchange. Yeah.
All of that because, yeah.
Okay, so tell me this. If we were to offer you 470 today and you were able to, defer the taxes with that 1031 exchange, would you be ready to deploy that into a property right now, or do you need time to find the property that you want to buy next?
I'll probably need about a month or two, about a month at least to kind of really identify a property. I have to have a few of properties identified for that.
Got it. Okay. So
I've done my research.
Good. Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty knowledgeable about that, so I respect that. So that gives me a better idea as far as timeline is concerned. Now, because you mentioned taxes, why does the taxes bother you as far as the sale is concerned? So if we was to buy this right out, of course you would have those capital gains on it. Why is that a big deal for you?
That gains tax?
Yes.
Because I don't want to pay the government that much money.
I hear you. I'm definitely right there with you. So
I'm getting taxes and on top of taxes that I pay every year, property tax, and then I'm going to get, taxes and then capital gain taxes. I mean, just ridiculous.
Right. So it's better for you really to keep it.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it is just, that's why I want to get the top dollar as I can to at least kind of maybe feel about how much money I'm paying for the government, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean that's that whole thing. So
so we all know that if you sell it, you're not gonna walk away with that 470, right? You're gonna walk away with another number after those taxes is concerned. So what is
absolutely. I've already calculated all that. I mean, I already know how much money I'm gonna get out of it. So it's just yeah.
So
that's why I want to stick to that and to get the top dollar out of it. And that's it.
Okay, so what would be that net number for you? I know you did your math and everything like that. I'm just trying to get a better idea of your actual comfortability. Because like I said, at 470, that's not your net. Your net is a totally different number. But apparently, if you want to sell it for 470, you're comfortable with that net number. So what is that number for you?
I don't think that's a really. I think that's irrelevant to you guys. You know, I mean, if you guys are gonna do it, then you're gonna do it. I mean, regardless of what my number is, what my hit is, that's my concern, not yours. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And the reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to get a better understanding of what will be the best route for you, because I want to help you with that tax issue, because it seems like that's the main thing for you as far as the sale is concerned. And so with that, like you said, you don't need to sell the property. You have your tenant in there. You know, the things are going with that. You know, you have other things going on with your contract and stuff. So it's not, you don't need the money. You would like it to invest in Texas, but you don't need it. And so with that, I don't just want to give you an offer and be like every other investor who lowballed you. I want to actually provide you a solution. And so that's why I ask, you know, kind of weird questions like, what's that net number that you're actually comfortable with? Because if I can find a solution outside of the cash offer, then I'm willing to do that for you, because we get the job done.
I know you guys are going to take care of the closing costs and all that stuff, but, you know, whatever. You know, that's fine. I really know that I'm going to get taxed, and, I mean, there's no way around it, really. I mean, I have to figure out a way not to get the capital gains tax, and that's have to identify a property. You know, I mean, I have other things that I'm planning. I'm doing. You know, it's just there's so many movements out there. That's why I'm saying if the money is right, then I'll do it. If not, then I don't have to. So
okay.
I mean, there's really no other way you could help me other than telling the government not to tax me.
Well, you never know. I might have, you know, the president on speed dial, and I'll just say, look, Joe, when it comes to Carlos and his sale for this property, don't tax Carlos.
That would be great.
Yes. And so, but I don't have Joe Biden on speed dial, so that's not going to work in this case. But what I can do is help you get that 1031 exchange underway by bringing you, you know, possible properties that you might be interested in Texas. And then as we buy this property in Arizona from you, you can put that money into those Texas properties. Would that, you know, be of any interest to you?
Yeah, I mean, I have that. I have, you know, the only thing I was looking at buying a property in Puerto Rico also, but I can't do it because I can't do a 1031 exchange to a property in Puerto Rico. Okay,
so you really want to invest in Puerto Rico?
Well, two places, here in Texas or Puerto Rico. You know.
And it's crazy that you say that, because I literally talked to another investor last night. His name is Roberto, and he's actually looking to buy a property over there in Puerto Rico. He wants to Airbnb it. He's actually working with a lender to get it done, but they're having some obstacles with the funding on it, and so they're trying to figure out how to make it less expensive to actually get the money moved to fund that purchase. And so
you got to qualify at the bank that they have there. It's
exactly
Banco Popular, I think, Popular or Popular Bank. That's the only way to fund it, or pay it cash. You know, and it's hard because if you're not a resident, then it becomes even harder. The only way you can have to do it is you have to, you know, well, to get the tax break, you have to move in there with the last 2 years, or
got it.
You got to make sure you really back it up. You know.
Okay.
So.
Well, like I told him last night, I said I have a guy out there in Puerto Rico. He actually lives there. He's a very hefty investor out there as well. And so we were supposed to have a conversation today, but it kind of got moved around because, you know, life is just busy. And so we weren't able to have it today. But I could definitely offer that same thing to you and get you on a phone call with him and see, you know, what he knows, because he's been there, I think, for over a year just living there. And then he also invests in real estate over there and also still in the States. And so with that, I have, you know, a network where I do have people that do deals all over. And so if that, you know, would be some type of value to you to figure out how you can take that money from this property in Arizona and, you know, deploy it in a property in Puerto Rico, I would be more than willing to set that up for you.
Okay, and that's fine, because that's what I'm exploring. Properties in Puerto Rico, or also paying my house off here, and then with the rest of it, invest it in a property in Puerto Rico, or buy another property here to rent. You know, so okay. I have a lot of things moving. Like, I'm not too tied into the Arizona, because I'm not going to move out there.
Got it.
But like I said, I'm kind of there. Either way, I have a lot of options.
Right.
With you know. So,
Right.
but I'm open to it, you know. I'm open to all that. So if I'm right in the middle of laying downtown, and my thing says getting dry. So if there's a way, I mean, I don't know. You could call me back some other time, or we could, because I would like to get my wife involved on this.
Yes, please bring her in, please. Yes, is she into the real estate side of things too, or does she just let you handle that piece?
Well, I mean, we're both into that. We talked about it. We run around it. We talk about it. We circle back, and then we get, you know, all these ideas, and then okay, let's stop now, and then we'll circle back again, and we're always thinking, we're always on the move.
Got it. Well, what keeps you guys from actually taking that action and buying those properties? What is the main thing that keeps popping up in your way as far as just an obstacle is concerned, or it just keeps you from making a decision to, you know, take action?
Yeah. Well, first of all, is that I want to get the top dollar for the house.
Okay.
That's one thing. The second thing is the challenges, you know, first of all, for Puerto Rico, the taxes, all those things, you know, that really make sure that, you know, we're backing everything up. Plus my future, you know, I can't be working like this until like 70 years old, you know. So
Exactly.
Make sure that some things are taken care of.
Exactly. So I definitely understand where you are with that. And so if I can definitely offer my services in that area where I can, you know, kind of ease that away from you and say, you know what, Carlos, let me take taxes in Puerto Rico off the table for you so that you can invest appropriately in Puerto Rico and start building up that generational wealth so that you can retire soon. Because we don't need you still trying to paint houses and fix roofs, you know, at 70. I don't think that'll go over so well.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe just give me a call back, or you could text me a number where I could call you back.
Okay.
And I could get my wife on the line also and see, because I got to talk to her. Right now we have a deadline of for this week, so I'm really crunching the time right now.
Okay. Now, what is this deadline for? To sell the property or for something else?
Well, no, because I'm working in a house that has inspection on Friday and it's to be rented by the 1st.
Oh, so you just bought a new property?
No, that's not me. I'm working for somebody. I'm working.
Okay. Got it. Okay. And so you have the deadline for next week. So you want to get that off your plate to pretty much give you some space to have this next conversation and bring your wife in and stuff.
Yeah, I need a couple of days off.
Okay, good. So
I just finished, and then I have this one that's due on the end of this week.
Okay, so what if we push it back to about the 4th of April? Does that give you enough time to move this stuff out your way so that you can?
That'd be perfect.
All right, so let's do April 4th. And is this time good for you? Did I catch you at a good time today?
I hope so.
Okay, got it.
You know, I'm on the move. Who knows? I mean, I got home last night at midnight, and it's gonna be a long night tonight.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta get you out of that schedule right there, Carlos. That is not gonna be conducive for the next couple of years. So, however, I can help you get to where you can be home at a decent time and not have to worry about all these deadlines and stuff, and you can truly enjoy your wife and your life. Then I'm willing to help you in that aspect for sure.
Yeah.
All righty. So I look forward to our call on April 4th. So, you know, put a little bug in your ear to your wife, let her know what we talked about today. And get her excited about our call on the 4th. And then I should be able to bring y'all some more concrete value by then. And then you guys can feel better about making a decision. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Carlos, for your time today. Have a great night.
You too.
All right.
Okay,
bye. Dee, talk to me, Dee. Dee must be over there with the babies. How did y'all feel about that call? Like, what just happened? Do y'all know what just happened?
Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, that one connected some people together.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and I love that.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to get him. Huh?
No, I'm sorry. It's because I had my earpiece in on YouTube. I was listening to you on YouTube, but I was trying to talk to you through my laptop, and it just wasn't working out.
Got it, Dee.
No, I love the call. I love how you, because we weren't able to offer him an all-cash offer, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he kind of was expecting, like he was kind of ready for like an offer when I was talking to him earlier, but I'm sure he knew that we couldn't offer him anything at this time, but because you weren't able to, you told him what you could do. Like,
exactly.
That's what I like. You still brought value to him in a different way. So
right.
That's what I liked about that call. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And so, as y'all see, he was the only one that talked about price, right? He was the only one to talk about money. I didn't say anything about money other than the fact of, if I brought you $470 today, what would that look like for you as far as the next step is concerned? Other than that, I didn't give him an offer. I didn't run no counts. I didn't tell him that, I didn't push him for an appointment because he already mentioned the tenant situation. And we got all the way off the property and we made it about him. Right. And so the more you learn how to do that, you be able to navigate through the conversation in a way where you make it about them and make them feel like, hey, they actually care about what I have going on. Then that's how you build rapport. You don't build rapport talking about the weather and about their cat and about their kids or any of that stuff unless they bring that into the conversation. But ultimately, you want to bring up what they have going on, like why is selling this property on the table? Because some people just want to sell just to sell, but other people actually have a mission to accomplish after the sale or expectations from the sale. And so with that, he wouldn't give me his net, right? Because he didn't know why that was important, but I still understood what he was trying to accomplish with the sale, which makes me feel better about bringing him a solution. And so even on the next call, I'm not going to bring him an offer until, he may feel like, okay, well, we changing our mind about Puerto Rico, we changing our mind about Texas. I want to bring him a solution first, before I give him what I want, right? So provide value first, then ask for what you want. Does that make sense? Thank you, Kimberly.
Yes, that does.
All right, good. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Summer. So yes, that was that. So I scheduled a call, right? You always want to have a next step available for you. So I scheduled a call. We're gonna talk again April 4th, and we're gonna do that live again for you guys as well and see how that goes. And so now my job is to connect him. I'm gonna have another call with Roberto. And, ask him, does he know anything different about the taxes? Because remember, he brought up the IRA and parking your money over there. And so I'm going to bring that up and see if that could possibly help Carlos, right? Because Carlos doesn't know about that. He barely knew about the 1031 exchange, And so with that, you put the two knowledge together. I don't have to know. I don't have to know about it. I just have to have the right people. And so with that, I'll add that to what my guy can offer because he's actually over there in Puerto Rico doing deals and see with all that information, can we come together and bring a solution for both Roberto and Carlos? Does that make sense? So did I have all the answers on this call or was I just listening and asking questions? Was I just treating him like a human being and putting him first? Ooh, that's kind of nasty. Nori said, when it comes to having solutions, will you teach us different solutions to offer a seller? I'm only familiar with wholesaling. Probably not, Nori. And I say probably not because when you have so many solutions, right, you have so much stuff in your toolbox, you really don't know what you offer everything at once, right? And that's not the right thing that's not the right way to do things. You offer only what's appropriate for the seller. And so with that, I wanted to offer him terms, but he may not want that. He just want to be done. And so if I offer him terms, I'm turning him off. So the more I offer him something that does not meet his needs, the more I'm just turning him off. And in the conversation, he don't even want to talk to me anymore. He asked me for my number and he wanted me to text him and he wanted to call me back, right? Not the other way around. And so with that, he felt like I provided him some type of value that is worth keeping the conversation going. Why? Because I asked him what he needed and I provided him a mini solution or a hypothetical to help him get to where he's trying to go. Does that make sense?
Was you referring to my question? Because I was like transitioning from Facebook to here.
Yes, Nori, I was.
Okay, so I just have a question as far as, I just want to bring it back to Roberto, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are more knowledgeable. You are very skillful in this business. So
Okay.
we're all new, right? I'm even gonna say myself because, like I
Yes.
said, I never really had to do a deal like, like
Yeah.
God bless me, yes, okay.
Yes.
But I never really had to do much.
Okay.
So I want to learn from the ground up. But as far as when you got to that price point with Roberto and he said 150, so me, yes, I am an investor, but me being so used to be called a wholesaler or just only knowing wholesaling, I would have been like, okay, so he wants 150 from the ARV and the subtraction of the repairs
and see, that's where you lost in the sauce, and that's why I don't want to bring it up, right? Because as a wholesaler, you would have never got to the 150. That's why I want you to operate as an investor, because 150 is his real number, but to a wholesaler, it's $500,000. And so if you're not bringing that to the table as a wholesaler, there's nothing to talk about with him, right? But as an investor, you can bring him investor knowledge that he might not be aware of, but know a little titsy winks about of it to pique his interest enough to say, you know what, let me continue to talk to Mashika to see what else she can do for me, right?
Right.
And so he's comfortable with walking away with 150 all day long because he gets to go invest in more property. But if I don't ask him enough about what's going on and, getting a better understanding and then responding with what if, or what if this happens, how would you feel? Then there's nothing to talk about.
So I guess my question is, without having the knowledge of an investor, okay, I guess what I'm asking is, do you want us to basically gather all our leads and just thug it out? Like not thug it out, but like you handle it? Because it's like I when he told me, oh, he wants, the market value price. I'm talking about Roberto. I was told that if somebody wants retail price, then I'm motivated. So that's me walking away. So now here's Mashika telling me, stay right there and you're gonna wait. Right? Yeah. So I'm a wait, but I guess that's where I get a little bit anxious because I'm like, okay, wait, all right, what do I do now? What do I do next? Because you said just keep on going, just keep on bringing more leads.
It's a mindset thing, right, Nori? So it starts in the mind. So what is your thought process like when you deal with the seller? So if your thought process is get to the money, get an offer, get the offer accepted, go to contract, go to close, and get my check, then that's what it'll always be. But if your mindset is provide the solution, hear them, ask questions, get more information, and provide the solution, then that's what it'll go like. And you'll have more fruitful and quality conversations with sellers. And so, like I said, I don't know anything about Puerto Rico, but I know one thing for sure. I just had a call last night with Roberto who wants to do the same thing. And he's way more knowledgeable about what he can do with money over there. He also has made contacts with people who are making $1 million a month over there. So it's just simple as him connecting them with me and we can get this done. I don't have all the answers, Nori. I just know the questions to ask. That's it. And so you ask, well, how much do I get as knowledgeable as you? Educate yourself, right?
Okay.
Let me show you something.
Because you said, basically as a wholesaler, all they want to do is just get the contract, get the property on the contract, find a buyer, and then go about their business. Exactly. But if I bring solutions, so I guess that's my question. I don't know all the different types. Like I heard about sub 2. I heard about it, but I don't know about it. So I guess what you're saying is go ahead and go find out about it.
Yes, that's it.
Now, can you point us in the right direction?
Yes, I'll put my mentorship in the group. But do y'all have money to spend on a mentorship?
How much we talking?
What if it's $20,000? Do you got that amount of money? All right. So what's the point of me plugging you into a mentorship that you can't even afford?
So I guess that's where it gets hard for me to. Okay, so I mean, it's free education on YouTube.
Let me help you, Nora. Hold on. You lucky I don't have a piece of red. I got a red folder. Hold on. Y'all know I gotta be visual for y'all. And I bet y'all be like, you know what? Every time I turn around, Mashika is just chopping me in the throat. When you be talking to me, Nora, this is what I see. All right. And what does this mean? This is a red flag. Like, hold on, obstacle. Let me put this up. Can't move forward. Hold on, obstacle. Let me put this up. Can't move forward. Why? Because you're going back into that mindset of I have to know everything to be able to take action. Right? And so I'm apologize to you again. I'm sorry that people did deals for you and did not educate you. Right? But it's not the education on the deal that you need. It's the education on having a conversation with the seller. Right? And so until you accomplish that, I'm not going to go into exit strategies. I'm not going to go into what a subject to is. I'm not going to go into what you can offer the seller as far as just another cash offer, because I need you to learn how to have a conversation with the seller first. Right. And then get into that. Because you may have several conversations before you even get a contract signed. Why? Because every person you talk to is not ready to sign paperwork or needs your cash offer. Right. And so with that, I want you to focus on the biggest thing I want you to take from this mini mentorship is to understand how to talk to sellers, understand how to get them to the point where you can provide them a solution and what that is for them. If you want to learn more about terms and stuff that's going to make your head spin at the end of the day because you're going to be so focused on trying to use that information that you just gained, then have at it. Have at it. And so I can't find my books. It's right here, babe. I can't find my books. You finna get on that computer?
That makes sense because I get it because everybody wants to know the knowledge before taking that step. But what I'm gonna do, especially during the weekend, I'm going to make sure I rewatch yesterday's video, today's video, just to learn the dialogue.
Yes, that's what I want to hear from you, Nori. Don't learn subject to. That's not where you at, because he can say no to it, right? I can send him an email. I send him an offer. He's like, I still don't understand. No, because I don't understand. And so with that, I just need to be able to offer him the solution. And once I do that, then we'll be good to go after that. But like I said, I don't know anything about Puerto Rico taxes, but I know one thing for sure: I can go out there and get the information. And so with that, as long as you position yourself and you change your mindset to, okay, figure out their problem, figure out their challenges, figure out their obstacles, and figure out how to go get the solution to the problem, then you'll go so far with that. It's not that you got to have it now, because we know, Nora, you know better than anybody. In this industry, we have information overload. We have what's the word when you're learning so much you can't take action?
Analysis paralysis.
So we can see how I can have a master class on creative finance options, and next thing I know, y'all like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know when to offer that. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that looks like. Why? Because you're not there yet. So one step at a time, bite size. You got to learn how to have the conversation first, right? And so that's why I really don't like having the follow-up calls with y'all on here, because it's like y'all get so hung up on what I actually offer the seller, as versus what I actually ask him in questions, what his responses to, how did I break him down? How did I disarm him? That's what I want y'all to get from the calls, not so much of what the offer is. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. But yeah, so does that make sense, everybody? Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all still with me? My 4 viewers, does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. If not, and y'all want to go, we about to have a call right now, y'all.
Hello, this is Joy.
Hey, Joy. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
It's going. Let me get Roberto on the line right quick.
Okay, gotcha.
Hold on. Here he is. Hold on one second. Don't try to get lost on the sauce on this call, please.
What's those bar things you said for me for that job?
Please leave your message for.
Roberto don't never answer the phone. Babe, can we switch tablets? And can you hand me a pen? No, I need the
I just need this one. I just need this one right here.
All right. Can I get a pen? Oh, I got one right here. Okay. Okay, Joy. He didn't answer. So if he calls back while we're talking, then I'll just merge the call and then he could be on, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I just literally got off the phone with the seller just now who is looking to invest in Puerto Rico. But he's in the States, of course. And so he has a property here in Arizona that he wants to 1031 exchange that money into a new property. But he wants to invest in Puerto Rico. And so the conversation with Roberto yesterday was, I'm having challenges with using private money to be able to, fund this deal that I'm looking to buy in Puerto Rico. And so the private lender lives in the Dominican Republic, but they're having challenges and fees after fees with the actual closing attorney. And so it's becoming more expensive to actually get the deal funded.
Got it. Okay. So is Roberto the seller or somebody else?
He's an investor.
Okay. And then the seller. So there's a seller who's trying to do 1031, you said?
Yes. So the seller that I just got off the phone with, he's trying to do a 1031. But he's okay with just selling the property out, taking that tax hit from capital gains, and then deploying the rest of the cash into a property in Puerto Rico.
Got it. Okay. So he has cash, but then somebody else is looking for private money, or the guy or the seller who's going to sell the house private money to him.
Okay, so let me start over. So we got Roberto. I'm sorry, I'm just water hosing you right now. So we got Roberto, and then we got Carlos. Okay, so originally I just wanted to talk to you about Roberto, but then I talked to Carlos before you called, and I'm like, okay, everybody wants Puerto Rico, got it. So yes, it's two different. Yeah. Yes, he just popped up literally a couple of minutes ago. And so Roberto was from yesterday, and that's who we were going to have a call with today. And so he's doing deals in Puerto Rico. He has this one deal that he's looking at Airbnb out there. He has a private lender, a doctor in the Dominican Republic that he's looking to have fund the deal. The guy's all for it. He's going to partner with him and be an equity partner on it. But the challenge is trying to get the money, from the Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico with the less expensive route, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with Roberto, is the main issue just that they're getting charged a lot of fees to close the deal?
Yes, to fund the deal. Okay. Yeah.
To fund the deal. Is he buying this house on market, like MLS, off market, like?
I believe it's off market.
Okay, so he's buying it off market. Here's the thing about Puerto Rico is, of course, I use private money to buy my property, and I'm using private money to buy another property.
Yeah.
So it's not that you can't do it. It's just that things are different. For example, the house that I bought here, I basically had to pay for. It was on the market, and I had to pay for both commission fees, seller and buyer commission, and like all closing costs.
Right.
So lots of times the seller might say, "Hey, look, I'll take $250," but like they mean they'll take $250, right? And they're not gonna pay anything else. So that can be what they're running into, or it can be whoever he's using as an attorney is just charging crazy amount of fees.
That's what he said. Yeah.
I got an investor right now from Arkansas who's selling a house, and
he's selling a house, and his attorney was charging him tons of fees. And so I sat in with my attorney. She's like, "Yeah, I can do this for like a quarter less of the price, right?"
So it's just a matter of switching attorneys then.
Yeah, because I mean, you got these attorneys, they charge what they want to charge, right? I mean, there's certain fees that are like set, like title insurance, stuff like that, just like in the States.
Exactly.
But the other attorneys might charge you $1,000 for closing fee, or somebody else might charge you $40. You know?
Yeah.
They don't charge you what they can get from you. So that could be another issue. So I'd have to actually like see what he's being charged, and then I could actually send that to my attorney and say, "Hey, can you look this over? What do you think?" And then my attorney can tell me, like, "Hey, this is messed up. This is such and such." So
got it.
That's probably what we need to do, because that's the main hiccup. Is just there's no holds bar out here, so you never know what attorneys are trying to charge you.
Exactly.
Where's he buying the property at? Like, what part of Puerto Rico, do you know?
I have no idea. And so I didn't go into all that. He was just saying that his biggest challenge right now is getting that funding done, because he's trying to do the deal out there, and he's trying to actually really do a lot of deals in Puerto Rico because of the opportunity out there. And so he was telling me about this one guy that he had rented to who's doing $1 million a month over there just in profit. And so he's like, "Hey, I want to do that too." And so I think this is his first property that he's actually buying over there. And then he's doing a lot in the States. Like, he's dealing with a 20-unit portfolio right now. I think in Massachusetts is where he's trying to buy. No, in Ohio. Yeah. So he's doing different things. He just really got his heart set on Puerto Rico for right now, though.
Is this just a random investors doing Airbnbs out here, or what?
I think so. He was just somebody we had reached out to try to buy his property in Massachusetts, and then he's trying to deploy his cash elsewhere so that he can get, the best return on his investment.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, I can definitely help him out. I mean, I can definitely put him in touch with my attorney, right? If he wants to send me over what he's being charged, and kind of, is this going to be his first property in Puerto Rico?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, first of all, it's hard to get people to call you back, attorneys and stuff, because there's so many. They're busy, so you want to find the right one, because if not, they can be charging you a ton. So that's probably what we want to do on that one. And then the guy with the 1031, he's looking for a property out here.
Yeah, so he wants to buy property out there. His thing was it's the taxes that's involved with I think owning a property out there and then moving the money. So his biggest obstacle is actually getting into the market, with the barrier of entry there.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, if you want to find out what he's looking for, I can find it. I mean, I'm finding properties, buying properties. We're doing, stuff off market here and off market. So if you want to get the information of what he's looking for, and anybody you get from Puerto Rico, let me know. We can definitely work on those together. Okay. And we can try to make some deals.
Okay, good. Because I need to be doing deals out there too. Because that's the second call like in literally a couple of hours, and I'm like, okay, well, Jory, he picked up and moved out there, and now he's doing real estate over there. And then now I got Roberto and Carlos telling me about Puerto Rico. I'm like, okay, Puerto Rico, let's go. Yes, so I want to.
Let me know. Yeah, definitely. Let's try to get some information on what that guy's looking for.
Let's.
And then Roberto, let's just get I think we get to see what he's being charged and see if we can beat it.
Okay, so I have a call set up with Carlos on April the 4th. For that, so you just want me to figure out what he's looking for and then kind of go from there, or did you want to kind of get on that call with him and get just ask him Puerto Rico specific questions about more challenges he's facing with the taxes and what it actually looks like for him to be able to invest there?
Yeah, let's see if I can add on the call with you. Yeah, let me know. Just let me know what time the call is, and I'll try to. That's a Monday, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's a Monday, so I'll be free. Yeah, let's if I can just hop on a call with you, that way, I can kind of talk to him some more. He might have questions I can answer, stuff like that.
Okay, so it'll be 4:30 Arizona time on a Monday. Would that work?
Yeah, that would be
about 7:30 our time. Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, just send me a text, or I don't know if you need like a calendar link for it, like Google Calendar or Calendly.
Yeah.
Mark it in.
Okay. All right, I could do a Calendly link if that is better for you, or send a text, because it's kind of hard to get in touch with you, Jordan. Even when we do the Calendly link.
Yeah, Kylie's. I'm gonna see my email right now.
Okay. All right, I'll do it that way.
Yeah, you might you guys, especially in Puerto Rico,
Yes. So, cause can I bring money to the table and then we get to partner on properties together? Cause I'm good with private money. It's just I don't have the deals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can tell you what I'm doing right now. I mean, me currently right now, I'm looking for some land right now, and I'm looking for some properties for two things. Like, of course, people doing Airbnb, but there's like no affordable housing out here either too. So I'm looking for affordable housing and Airbnb because I'm always affordable housing. I feel bad if I'm not providing any kind of housing for the people
Me too,
who need it. I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, let me know. If it's like when you have some funding, we can find some deals. We can do that for sure.
Okay. Now for the land, are you looking to develop the affordable housing on the land, or are you looking for land for another reason?
For affordable housing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is, I'm doing a container home right now for myself.
What?
And so I'm looking to get some land where we can drop some containers for affordable housing. Let's say it's like, let's say we're doing 40 homes, right? We have like 30 of them be affordable housing and like 10 be Airbnbs. On some land, with some farming in there, with some amenities in there.
Yes.
There's really not like a mobile home park type structure, but you don't have mobile home parks here, but we can do container homes, secure the foundation and they're safe.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean that's the big goal of what I'm trying to do out here. But in the meantime too, I'm looking for that.
Okay.
Just looking at other properties to pick up, there's so many spots. So, I'm trying to stay away from like San Juan, and there's a few spots that are just crazy hot. You don't want to really go there.
Okay.
But I mean,
so
has so many spots where you can find deals that are good deals.
Okay.
That makes sense though.
Is the marketing the same over there? Like if I was to market to the sellers, is it the same like a tasting campaign, cold calling, or is it different?
It's tough, because you really can't really pull lists because addresses aren't really, like you can't really find addresses out here,
Right.
You're gonna drop a pin, you're gonna have to like
be humping on the ground over there.
You're gonna have the coordinates, like the actual.
Oh my God.
And their record, like they don't have this stuff registered online. So
that's my challenge with Hawaii, like because I was trying to find private money out there for people in Hawaii to do theirs, and it's like literally I guess I have to sit in the office with the people because there's nothing online like in the States. And so yeah.
So what you can do is you can do Facebook marketing out here, because everybody uses Facebook. Like everybody's on Facebook, right? So I actually have two guys that I'm kind of helping out that I know from Orlando, but they're Puerto Rican, and they got a carrot site, and they're bringing in crazy leads.
Wow.
A carrot site,
Really?
So you can definitely market and get some leads there. It's got to be in Spanish.
Got it.
You're not going to get much in Spanish.
Yeah, because Roberto, he's Puerto Rican. He speaks the language and everything, and he said that on the call. He's like, I got the language. I know everything. Why am I not doing deals in Puerto Rico? And he was saying that the guy he met that was doing $1 million a month, he said he doesn't even speak the language. Yeah, so it's crazy. So we definitely have to do better with that. But are you seeing the same pain points, like as far as motivation over there as well?
Oh yeah, you are. I mean, it's probably even worse pain points because you either have the have or the have-nots here, right? So
yeah.
A lot of people got properties that were damaged in a hurricane that they still can't fix. So like people don't have the discretionary income to fix stuff up. So they got damaged. The main issue here is the inheritance laws are crazy. It's like it's like the Spain way.
Yeah.
So you have to. It can take you a while because of the inheritance issue. Somebody died.
Yes.
It's a little bit tougher because you have to really get every heir. And it's not just like, hey, a daughter. It could be a daughter and a cousin and an uncle.
Yeah.
Like they all get that. So a lot of people get rights to it. So that's something you have to go through. There's a lot of properties that don't have title.
What?
So they have no title, which it's a good thing because you can get them for cheap, but it can take you. It can take, if you don't want to buy it without title, it can take you 6 to 12 months to to keep the title fixed, you got to pay for that too. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, those are companies that, like, you know, there's certain areas that have no titles because the people
Just built it, right?
the houses, right, and it was like there was no system around you to create titles.
Exactly.
You know? So like you can get the title, but like if you buy the house right now, there's no title to it. You get to then pay the title on it. So there's, you know, there's some other roadmaps like that. But besides that, I mean, it's like a land opportunity. If you ask me, it's just so much opportunity there.
Oh my God, I gotta tap in. So with that, dang, Joy. Oh, so are you able to do a lot of creative financing out there? Because I know that's your thing with the raps and the notes and stuff. So
yeah, so that I'm trying to figure that out right now. And so again, because I don't learn no Spanish that much, I'm going through some other people as far as like, you know, talking to the sellers and stuff.
Yeah.
And they seem to think that it's a hard time to have sellers do it, but I don't really think it is. I mean, most of my stuff, so a lot of my stuff that I sell back in the States is to like Puerto Ricans who left from Puerto Rico, and they're all about owner financing. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just about having the right person explained in the right way.
Got it. Right, because it's all about that pitch, man.
Yeah, and I can't actually pitch it myself to a lot of people because I don't know Spanish. So
Exactly.
I don't know how it's getting translated from them.
We might gotta use.
You will see lots of times some houses that will actually offer seller financing. You know, but lots of times those might be actually American sellers.
Okay.
Property, you know. But if you ask me, when I talk to people, you know, about what I do, they're always like, "Oh yeah, we love that. No, we love that here." So I think that it can be done.
Yeah, it's just a matter of finding them right people, like you said.
Yeah, the right person that can explain it.
Because I wonder how it is translating on the closing side, like with the attorneys. Are they able to even, you know, create the notes and all that as well?
Yeah, they can do it. I mean, like, you know, all of my paperwork was in English, so
okay,
it was all done in English for me. Now some of the stuff like legal descriptions and stuff is in Spanish.
Okay.
You know, just because that's the way it is. But besides that, everything else was in English for me. So
okay, well that's a plus. Okay,
yeah.
well I'm interested. Like we gotta get some stuff done out there together for sure. So listen, like when I come packing with the money bags, I'm gonna need you to be ready to move, Jory.
I guess you did. Dude, it was just a property that I tried. I had it on a contract with this one investor, but he got scared of his inspection. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but
yeah,
just kind of scared him off. But it was like a duplex out here, literally on the water for like $420. It was like a crazy deal.
Oh my God.
And you know, the Airbnb, it was running out pretty much 20 out of 30 days a month at like, you know, $550 a night on average. And that was without even, and it needed some work. So if you did some work to it, you probably get, you know, $650 a night.
Yes.
So there's definitely tons of stuff. You know, I'm not gonna say tons, but we can find deals.
Good. Because that's what Roberto was telling me last night. He said the property he's looking at is like a villa, and so he's trying to renovate it, and they can get $500 a night over there at their particular property. And so I'm like, okay, we got to go where the money is. That's just that simple. Yeah.
That's right. You do. So yeah, I mean, you let me know what kind of, you know, what you're thinking about, what kind of power money you can raise, you know, too, and we can definitely figure something out.
Okay, so it's like if I raise it in the miracles and I bring it over, am I gonna have a challenge with that with funding deals, or is it gonna be easy peasy? It's just a matter of using the right attorney.
It's just a matter of attorney, yeah. I mean, as long, you know, again, I mean, they'll create a mortgage, they'll create a note, they'll create the same structures and insurance we use in the States.
Okay.
You know? So, you know, it's just, that's all. It's just right to have the right attorney.
Okay.
I mean, I've literally already done 2 deals with private money from the States, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just having, you know, and most private lenders just want to make sure that they got
the security.
Yeah. So like, you know, my attorney who I use that's what she does. So she knows how to do all that stuff.
Good.
You know,
okay.
And believe me, the amount of money poured over here into opportunity, because the whole island is an opportunity zone.
Yeah.
So that's the pitch we're talking to investors. It's not like, really, I'm trying to start an opportunity zone fund right now.
Yeah.
Because the whole island's an opportunity zone, and it has like even better incentives as an opportunity zone fund than the States does. You know, you can do different things over here with it. So because of that, I mean, people, you know, most of the money flooding in there is American money. So they know how to structure stuff for American investors.
Well, that's good to know.
just American investors and people in crypto. You know,
Yeah.
that's the whole island. So,
Well, if I got a chance to transfer the money into crypto, and that's the way to get it done, then say no more. Good. Are you still wholesaling over there, or are you pretty much just buying at this time?
Wholesale, you said?
Yeah. Are you wholesaling at all over there?
I'm not over here now. I mean, I will. I just have only focus on that. Even in the States right now, I'm not really doing much wholesale. Everything I'm doing is buying it and then selling it on the financing, holding note.
Yeah. You sound like you real retired. You know that? I be looking at your pictures on Instagram. You working out there in the farms, pulling the bananas off the tree and stuff. I'm like, he living his best life. I can't even be mad at him. Like, when is the farming course dropping? That's what I want. The farming and gardening course.
I mean, wholesale is like too much work for me now. I'm just trying to create residual income.
Hey, listen, I'm with you on that. Definitely.
And I'm farming, so I'm busy.
I already know it. So yes, we're gonna have to, even if I gotta get a little hut over there and I tell the husband and the kids to pack up and we're gonna stay in the hut till we can do better, then that's probably what we're gonna do. Okay, hey, potato even better. Look, hey, I'm just trying to be rolling in cash. That's it. But I enjoy it. I will.
And, yeah, I mean, I've been talking about, look, I'm over here. We can make some stuff happen. So just keep it posted, kind of what you're thinking.
Okay.
We can make it work.
Yeah, because affordable housing, that's all the way up my alley. Okay, so we could definitely do something with that because that's where my heart is. And so if Roberto has any questions, any other questions, I'm going to just go ahead and do another Calendly link for him. That way we can get on the phone with him if he has any questions after I ask him about the charges. And then, we got the 4th going to be plugged in. So send me your email. I'll send you that link. And we're good to go from there. It's just a matter of getting that money now.
Yeah, usually would be like between 2 and 4 is probably the best times.
Okay, that's Eastern Standard, right?
Yeah, Eastern, yeah.
Okay. Well,
I know the other guy just later on. That's fine. I mean, the Arizona guy.
Yeah.
But between 2 and 4, that's usually when I take most of the phone calls if I can. So.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I'll text you email right now.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate you, Jory.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye. All right, so we're getting closer for the both of them. And I was only in one call. And so now I got Jory on the call for April 4th with Carlos. And then just got to talk to Roberto and go from there. And then we'll be good. And Kimberly, I see what you said, double dial him. I did. Now the last time, yesterday I had to triple dial him. So maybe I should have did that. But the triple dial definitely worked for him. I don't know why he don't be answering that phone. So we'll see. I'll just have to touch base with him tomorrow. But do y'all have any questions? I don't want this stuff to be just going over your head. So talk to me. Do I still got people in my Google Meet? I'm a little cold, so if y'all see me shaking this way. Y'all still with me? Or did that call put y'all to sleep?
I'm still here.
All right. Who that is?
Still here.
Oh, that's Kayla and Nora. Got it. All right. What y'all think about that call? That's a networking call. I'm gonna label it. That's a networking with growth call.
Yeah, no, that was dope.
All right. Dope it is. So, no, that's Nori. Mm-hmm. You want me to tell her you said hey?
Who?
Didi.
I just don't expect that to be going nowhere.
Who, Didi? She in her. She just dealing with the babies, I think.
That's what I was saying. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I don't see her being one drop off.
No. Hey, Denise. That was good. All right. Do anybody feel lost in the sauce? It's okay to say it. So she could just ring it in a little bit. Like, don't put all this event stuff on here. Then you don't want to explain us nothing and stuff. Because you're trying to say we ain't there yet. So
Yeah, Mashika. No, I'm just kidding. That was good.
let me know it. Because we could just dial it in just a little.
So no.
Kimberly, aren't you my cousin in sub too? Look at that. He done sent me a friend request now, y'all. I thought we was no, I'm just in his group. Kimberly, I wish I could talk to you. You gotta come in the Google Meet. Come in here. Hold on. Cause I think you're my cousin. Let me get you in here. Gotta join that. So let me talk to my cousin, y'all, and we're gonna talk about our mentorship. I'm your cousin Kimberly. I have a headache like nobody's business. I think I had got you mixed up with Kimberly Koger for a minute. I don't think we have the pleasure of speaking yet, cousin Kimberly. Anybody else want to have people like Jory? Jory is amazing. He's been in the industry for quite some time. He does a lot of notes and creative stuff. And so he has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Shut Up and Invest. Let me see. Let me plug y'all in. Yeah. Shut Up and Invest is his YouTube. And he also has a Facebook group. What did I just do? Oh. Yeah, I could pop into that. Who's not motivated, Nora? I'm just not seeing this thing, girl. Who's not motivated?
At first, it seemed like Carlos. He seemed like he wasn't kind of like motivated because he was just like, you know, if the offer is right, he'll sell.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, it sounded like he was like in the beginning. It sounded like he wasn't motivated. Correct?
No. But I get where you coming from.
But like meaning, again, from a wholesaler standpoint, right?
Oh yeah, from a wholesaler standpoint, yes.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say yes, Nora, because I feel like if you've done all you could with getting the information and they still don't have anything you can help them with, then that's when they're not motivated. But it's different degrees of motivation. Just because I'm not behind on my mortgage or behind on my taxes or behind on, oh, Kimberly, okay, get yourself together, girl. But just because I'm glad we got that type of relationship where, you know, we could take showers together and talk. But if we what I was about to say, Nora. Yeah, so if they don't have any kind of, you know, thing that we can help out with, then there's nothing we can do. So why are we having a conversation about us purchasing your property or you selling it? And so that's why I asked him, like, hey, you know, are you looking to really sell this, or, you know, are you not ready yet? And he pushed back. So whenever I get pushback, then okay, this is motivation. This is something you really want to do, but you're not just going to sell it for a discount because you don't have to. He's not hurting for money. He doesn't need it. He just has a dream that he wants to invest in Puerto Rico, and he may feel like it's a little far-fetched, but I come in and I say, okay, this is obtainable. Let's do this. And then ask him for a discount because I brought him that value, and maybe he'll be willing to do that. But even then, I feel good just giving him the value and never buying his property because I still helped him. And then, and that I expect referrals for him because I kept him him, you know, and I let him know what I was able to do for him, and I delivered. And so if that's the case, then, you know, it may not work out for me and his property, but he can send somebody else my way that may be able to, you know, accept a discount. But I feel like we could get it for the price we needed it. I really do that. And it's just with the rapport building, right? You got to get them to like you. So he wasn't excited as Roberto was after we got the phone. But you know, I feel like we could get a discount out of Roberto for real, because it's all about the quality in a relationship, right? You're not gonna charge your bestie your full price when she comes to the restaurant. You're probably not gonna charge her anything. You're gonna give it to her for free, or you know, for a discount. So, that's because of your relationship, right? So, yeah. Does that make sense, Nora?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But I am charging my bestie also. I need all my.
They said you damn right. Okay, if y'all come to the restaurant, y'all don't like, we could just shut down and have a little luncheon. It's on me. I ain't hurting that much that we gotta charge. Babe, don't look at me like that. I wish I had a camera that could just spin, because if y'all could have seen him looking at me, I was looking. But yeah, so yo, that's like when you have a family cookout and you tell them like bring $5 to put in. Wait, you invited me to this cookout. Why am I bringing money? I'm sorry. Can I bring some napkins or some cups or some juice? If for all that,
bring something.
For all that, I can just have a cookout out of the house. You know, go grocery shopping, put it together. That's it. Or go out to eat somewhere. But I'm not bringing money to something that you invited me to. You know. So that's kind of what that's about. All right. Do y'all have any other questions? Summer Rain, we ain't had a conversation in a minute, and you just keep slipping through my fingers. So we're going to have a conversation this week. I'm calling you at 3:05 as soon as you hit the door. So be ready. And I ain't telling you when, because then you're going to be looking for my call, and you're going to decline it. So I'm going to just hit you out of nowhere, and you got to answer it then. Oh, and let me get y'all his Facebook group. Did y'all click on the channel? Or am I wasting y'all time with it?
I clicked on it.
Okay. Y'all go to subscribe. All right, hit a Facebook group. And then I'm also give y'all my mentors free Facebook group that y'all can learn from in there. And then don't y'all come to me, Mashika, what do you mean? I'm lost. Enter in at your own will. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But in that sense, you know, when we do learn creative finance, so we offer it to people who only give cash offers, and then we lock it up for them and, you know, give them some money on it. So trying to train somebody in all this creative stuff is not really the move, because it's very, very full, you know, and if you have a hard time just understanding the cash offer aspect of it, it's going to be even harder to understand the creative financing part. So, yeah. But let me get y'all the group. Y'all can watch his YouTube videos as well.
I have a quick question. Mm-hmm. Let's say you have a good deal in Arizona, mm-hmm. but you're not in Arizona, or no, you don't know really anybody in Arizona. If the buyer wants to come and look at the property, would you have them sign a non-disclosure so that they can't go back?
Why y'all be worried about that? So please, if somebody had an experience or somebody went behind their back and stole that contract on hand, please let me know in the chat. Because if that's not the case, then I'm just tired of having this conversation, to be honest.
Oh, so I seen it, and then I was like, what would Mashika do?
Oh, what you seen, Nori? Tell me, what did you see?
It was, you know, I'm in so many groups, and it just quickly came on my timeline, and it was like, help. It was like, help.
Help what? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Get it out.
So the girl was like, help. I sent the buyer over to get some pictures, view the property, and he went behind my back and offered the seller a little more money. So now the seller wants to back out. And then I zoomed in what is it called? The comments. Somebody was like, "Oh, you should have had him sign a non-disclosure." I was like,
that's stupid. Like, okay, think about it. A non-disclosure is the purpose of a non-disclosure is to sign it so that people are not talking about what you got going on. Right. So say for instance, I make y'all sign make you sign an NDA coming into Coach Collab. You can't share the worksheets. You can't tell anybody else about the group. You can't tell about any like secret sauce that I give y'all as far as tips and tricks. You can't do that. Right. But when it comes to a property, that's free game. Why am I having somebody sign a non-disclosure agreement so they won't go behind my back? A non-disclosure agreement does not protect you in that arena.
Right. And then somebody was like, well, if you have it under contract, you go down to the courthouse and there's a process to stop that new contract from going or something.
But the point of the matter is she never had it in a contract. That's the thing. That was the problem.
No, she did have it under contract.
She did.
So she did have it under contract. It was a hot deal. Like a lot of people really wanted it. But there was just this one shady cash buyer who went and took over the deal. And they signed the contract. So she was just like trying to figure out what can she do. A lot of people were saying for her to go down to the courthouse. A lot of people were saying, well, you should always make sure you. As soon as I seen it, I was like, what would Mashika do? So I think I'm just asking.
Let me take this ponytail out. What would Mashika do? First of all, we're gonna let the buyer know. We're gonna call him up. Hello, Mr. Buyer. Yes, I heard about what you did. And just to let you know, that's not okay. But let me let you know something. God don't like ugly, so I'm gonna do what I need to do on my end. And I appreciate you for the opportunity to, let you know what's up and what's not. Okay. Then I'm gonna call my handy dandy attorney and say, attorney, this is what we have going on. I need you to file a memorandum and I need you to force my seller to honor the contract here. And if she had enough knowledge, she would just tell him. I don't even have to call the attorney. See, I'll call the attorney if the seller got some pushback, right? So I say, look, Mr. Seller, I heard about what you did. I want you to know that we're under contract and it's legit. I put down my EMD and everything with my closing attorney and they're ready because the closing date has been set. And so with that, I need you to perform on the contract. And if you don't, I will reach out to my attorney and have him file a lawsuit against you and force you from selling this property to anybody else. Is that something that you really want to do here? Because if it's a matter of money, then maybe we could work something out on that end. But I really would have had appreciated you if you had a conversation with me first, right? Before going behind my back and doing this. And another thing, did he make you some special promises like a chicken dinner or something? Because if that's what you need, then I'll bring that to you. But if he didn't and you don't have any EMD deposited, he's not coming over my offer, and he didn't give you proof of funds, what is the conversation about? So first and foremost, my duty to you is to make sure I'm giving you the best solution possible and help you in the long run. Because at this point, it's not about the property anymore. It's about you and protecting your interests in your property. And so with that, I would like for you to check the box on all these items with the other wholesaler and make sure that they're doing right by you. Because I don't want you to have to be in a situation that you'd rather not be in, because I was going to buy your property or I was going to make sure somebody else buy your property. And I would like to see that through under my end of the deal, right? And so if that's not something you're interested in, let me know now and we can move accordingly. And when I say accordingly, that means me taking the necessary steps to make sure I under my commitment in the contract. How do you feel about that? That's it. That is it. Right? And so, who am I to sit here and just lay down because somebody else wants to take my hard work? I found this seller. I found this property. I got the price and everything. And you want to come behind my back and, just pretty much blow my hard work away? No, I'm sorry. We don't do that here, And so it's not about the money. It's about the integrity of it. And so you wanted to be shysty and go behind my back. So guess what? I got to pull out the teeth, Denise, and let me off the leash, Denise, and not the doghouse because now it's time to bring out the other side. Okay? So either you want that or you're not. Or you don't. And then, you can go a step further and call the buyer and say, look, if you want a lawsuit, I got that for you. If you want to have peace, I got that for you too. You make a decision and be serious.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And be serious. So go ahead and tell Sister Girl that on the post, and if she need to reach out to me, then we can get that.
Girl, about to hit. I gotta look for it. But I'm definitely about to slide that little link in for her to join the group, and we see her tomorrow.
No, because I think I just need to have one video for that. Just create one video, and y'all go just flutter it around Facebook anytime y'all see one of these posts, okay? Because we can't live in fear of, oh my God, what if I get the deal stolen from me? If that's what you're gonna think, then that's what's gonna happen. But if you say, no, you know what? You have conversations with Roberto, and he's like, oh, my God, I really appreciate you. You know, this is crazy. You have blew my mind. Like, let's do deals together. Versus, you know what? I'm going to accept your offer. Let me know when the closing date is, and we'll go from there. No, I'm sorry. I like relationships, and I like to feel like I'm providing you a service versus money. It's a difference. And so with that, do your due diligence with your seller. Sew it up in their mind first and in their heart, then on paper. And I promise you'll never have to worry about that.
Okay.
Because I don't have that story. I don't. And I have brought buyers to the property that I haven't even locked up before, and I still don't have that story. So it's all about how you do things. Either you bringing it or you're not. That's all there is to it.
You can trust them, but don't trust the devil. So cover all your bases. All that feeling stuff that you talking about, it can come back. You know what I'm saying? Because you trust somebody that they ain't gonna do it. But even if they do try to do that court stuff and come behind you and stuff like that, you wanna still put whatever you can, anything you can find to try to secure yourself.
Like what, babe?
Whatever you talking about.
Baby, it's business. It's not personal.
There you go.
Yeah, so with that, like I said, sew it up with the seller. Why are you sending buyers out to the property that you don't even have a relationship with?
We're just talking about stealing the deal.
People that you don't have a relationship with steal the deal. But somebody I've been dealing with, like Jory, he's not going to go behind my back and steal the deal. Why? Because we have a relationship and we have respect there. I'm not dealing with nobody.
He don't do that. You trust that he'll never do that to you.
I trust that, yes.
Okay. It sounds good.
Babe, you telling the people you're going to steal their deals?
No, what I'm saying is it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make people feel like it ain't real that people won't do that, because people will do that. It's
real. We just have an example right there, baby. But what I just told them is what to do in case that happens. Right? Don't send bodies to a property you don't have locked up. Right? Don't send people you don't know to a property that you have locked up. And sew it up with the seller and the buyer at the same time.
And there's nothing to worry about after that.
No, know your stuff. Get you an attorney. That's a dog, a pit bull. And when you find that little piece of paperwork about the memorandum, then sue your seller and have some money in the bank.
Why didn't I do that deal with Catherine and them at that building? Why didn't I do that, Flo?
Why didn't you, baby?
No, I want you to tell me why.
Because it wasn't set up right. It wasn't set up right. If you would have,
main concern.
You didn't know what you was doing.
That wasn't my concern.
What was it, baby?
The fact that if I didn't do it, if something went wrong and it went to court, did I have enough money to fight them in court?
That's not what it's about, because 9 times out of 10, every time you come into something like this, they're going to just do it. They have no choice because court can't be there.
I mean, if they got the deal, if they took it from you and you talking about suing them, you got enough money to win when you talk about bringing it to the court. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
It don't cost a lot of money. If they fight, why would a seller want to be sued? Why would a seller? Because they don't got the money either. Y'all got to think about this. They calling you or you calling them because they have a problem with their property. So you say lawsuit in court and you show them some kind of paperwork that suggests that. What are they going to do? You know what? Let me just go ahead and bow out and go ahead and take this L and sell my property. Right?
You talking about a $20,000 property or a $2 million property?
People ain't out here wholesaling $2 million.
What? I thought they was.
Baby. And Cali, maybe.
Oh, okay. I mean,
but even then,
if they ain't, I don't know.
Thank you to my husband for finding devil's advocate.
I mean, it's just,
what he's saying.
It's real life. That's all I'm saying.
What he's saying is real life, but please don't be out here like that, because how you gonna ever get a deal done like that? You know? And so, like he said, do I believe and trust that Joy will not go behind my back? No, because I'm checking him as a person, right? If they talking crazy, the first conversation, they bring in conversations about bad experiences they had with other people, and you know, it's always something negative going on, and their spirit don't vibe with yours, leave them be. Right? Same thing with sellers and buyers. If they jumpy, if they haggling you about price, if they don't want to do something, then leave them be. Andrea said, you understand them. Come talk to the people there, babe. What should they do? How do they protect themselves then, babe?
All I was saying is, the mentality of ain't nobody gonna do that. As long as you pray that it ain't gonna happen.
That's not what I said.
If you think it's gonna
happen. Is that what I said?
You said exactly. You said if you think it's gonna happen and it's gonna happen, that ain't you could have woke up this morning and be like, my husband ain't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do that, and he will. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can.
That's because I know my husband, right? If somebody showed you that one time, why are you still putting yourself in that same position? Right? You got a decision to make every time. As soon as it feel wrong, you got a decision right there, right? That's the deal I'm working on right now with the commercial property, right? She called me. Oh, I want to be a billionaire. I want to do this together. I want to product, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sounds good, but let's talk about buyers. I got this buyer, got that buyer, or whatever. But let me tell you about this deal that went south with another wholesaler who wanted me to teach her and this, that, and the third. And she didn't want to get her name off the contract. She didn't want to sign. She was worried about money, blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay, I'm going to lock it up on the basis of what you said. I don't know you from Adam and Eve, but I'm going to go ahead and take your word that you got buyers and lock it up. Right? And so I lock it up. And then I go back to her and I tell her I'll lock it up. Oh, okay. Well, let me spend some time. Give me a few days. Let me offer this to my buyers list. Then she texts me like 2 days ago and say, oh, well, I got an offer for 105 when we supposed to be selling it for 150. Right? So number one, first mistake, locking it up on the word of somebody that you don't know. Number two, not having proof that she actually had a buyer. And number three, not having a backup plan. Right? And so that's what it is. So as soon as she told me about the conversation with the other wholesaler, I should have said, pause. Let me go ahead and stop you there and let me just figure out something different. Number two, can you please show me your buyer, show me proof of funds, show me anything, letting me know that your buyer is ready to do this for 150. I offer a letter of intent, anything. So it's all about how you do things. If you half-assing and not covering your bases like I did on that particular deal, then of course be ready for the problems to pop up. But if you're doing everything you need to do and you're covering all your bases and having somebody in your corner, that's going to make it do what it do, then you have nothing to worry about. And so I don't want y'all to get so concerned about, this is out here. Yes, it is out here. But just like people die every day from car accidents, that don't stop you from getting in your car and going where you need to go. Do you get in your car and say, you know what, I'm going to get hit by a car today. I just know somebody who got hit by a car. No, you don't. You drive on your merry way, and that's that. But you got insurance. You got your driver's license. You probably took a driving course to get your license, whatever the case may be. You're aware. Your awareness is where it needs to be. And we got these cars now with so much technology to let you know when you're veering off in the wrong lane, when somebody's too close to you, when you need a break, all this other kind of stuff. And so,
all of that is going as far as your protection, as far as you're allowed to protect yourself. You can't account for the accidents because in this game, in every game, baby, we done had too many businesses, and we know it's pirates in every game. You know what I'm saying? Is it? Just let your people know.
If the pirates is out there, that's all fine. But I'm gonna be Nemo and find my way even if the flipper is damaged.
I'm
Okay,
back quiet. I'm back quiet. 'Cause that ain't. I'm back quiet.
babe, what you want me to tell the people?
I want you to tell them nothing. I want you to tell them nothing else.
Okay, so if you was in my seat,
You know me.
how about
know
you
me.
come on the
No,
camera?
no, you
Come
know
on.
me. You know me.
Come on.
No.
Okay
you know me.
then.
You know me. I had a little 2 cents. Everybody have a good night. I'm finish doing my work.
How y'all feel about it? Let's have open dialogue about it. This is the After Hours Coach collab, so the nice music is off and Pitbull is here. So let's talk.
It's every day off that camera, y'all.
So the common courtesy is out the window. If y'all want to talk about it, I'm gonna put the Google Meet link back up in here. Y'all can hop in there and y'all can voice your concerns. Andrea, who else? I think Summer had said something about it. Denise, you feel like somebody gonna take your deal? Y'all just come on in. It's only 3 of y'all live. And y'all can talk to me.
This Kayla.
Okay, Kayla, what you got? Come on.
So I don't think somebody's gonna take the deal, but it's just that. Remember, I was asking about that earlier when you were like, send it to different buyers and see if they would be interested in it. That's all I was saying. Like, if I sent them not really the address, but the link, like they could go and do it themselves, and like then that would be like basically I just found them a property without getting anything out of it. I guess I don't know. Does that make sense? And I know you said it's not even about that, but it's like, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, how does that work? Because I know it isn't my property because I don't have it under contract. But they would have never known about it if I hadn't brought it to them and said, hey, is this something that you would do? And if they just decided to go around me, go to the realtor themselves, and then just did it that way. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
Okay.
Put yourself in a realtor's shoes. Like, let me be the realtor, right? So Kayla, I heard that you talked to the seller. I heard you been in conversation with them. I heard you even trying to bring a buyer for the deal. Why didn't you come to me first?
Well, I thought I was talking to the realtor because that's whose name was on the bandit sign. It said his name. It said the Gonzalo, and it said realtor right below it. So I thought I was talking to the realtor.
Right. Okay. So with that, is it not a public road?
Like, it is.
Okay, so everybody can, like, we can literally all get in our cars and drive by that same property, right?
You could, but if you live out of state as a buyer, you wouldn't have seen it, right? Unless I bought it to you.
Right.
Because again, they said that no, they haven't had. I mean, and they could have been lying then too, to say that no one else put in an offer or has really, inquired about it. But I mean, like I said, that could have been a lie. But why would they lie? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they would lie to me about it, because I'm nobody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's take real estate off the table. Okay. Let's make it personal. Right? I think we got all ladies here, and if it's a man here, then I apologize. We can give a man version. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment. How was it? I wish this is how, but I gave us a relationship with them. Okay, cool. So with that, right? Imagine if you were dating, right? Let's go back to our dating days, and we only got one man, right? And his name is Bob. But we got Didi, we got Nora, we got Kayla, we got Denise, we got Summer, we got Andrea, right? We all single, right? And Bob is talking to people, right? He's talking to all of us. And he has had all of us on a date, right? So Bob is the seller. All of us are the wholesalers. And we've given him our offer on our date. Like, yes, Bob, my hair is long. I wear weave from time to time, some box sprays, and I know how to cook. And, I got 2 kids, but they're well behaved. And, this is what I want to be, in the next couple of years. And these are my standards, blah, blah, blah. Right. So then Didi come in, she give her spiel. Nori comes in, she gets her spiel, and Kayla comes in, right? But then Andrea comes along and she just blow all of our little spills out the water. But he's already picked me, right? So I come to Bob and I'm like, hold on, Bob. I thought we had a vibe. I thought we had a connection. Like, my toes was tingling a little bit when we was talking. And I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on here. Right? Well, Mashika, she said that she can cook doing a handstand. Oh, Bob, I get it. I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. But what if we can meet in the middle? What if we could just have Andrea come over sometimes and cook, with a handstand, or maybe we can partner with Andrea and she could teach me how to do that. That's something that you're open to? And he'd be like, what, Mashika, I would really like that. So then Mashika gets back on the table and Andrea goes by her merry way, because that was the only thing that kind of, stood in our way about getting this done. And so then Didi comes by the house saying, she dropped our groceries off because she do Walmart deliver. And she got these locks, honey, them dreadlocks, and he a dreadlock fiend, and I just do weed, right? And so with that, now he paying Didi attention or whatever, but we're not really exclusive, right? We just got a contract signed, but we're not really exclusive because he's still entertaining people. So with that, thank you, Lord. Hold on, y'all. Becky, help me find the book. It's called You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar.
You got something you trying to read out of it?
No, but can you find it?
No, babe, I'm not doing that right now.
All right. So, with that, you cannot stop a person from playing the field. You can't keep them from entertaining other offers and other wholesalers. The only thing you could do is be you and possibly bring another solution to the table. And so that also plays into what you have as far as just knowledge is concerned, and what your abilities are, what your capabilities are when dealing with the seller. And so if you know that they're fidgety from the jump, follow memorandum, right? If you're coming to the table with lack of confidence and you're not doing what you need to do to provide a solution for the seller because all you do is give them an offer and lock it up, well, they'll leave somebody like me to come along and, figure out exactly what their needs are, fulfill their needs, and then, make the deal happen. And so with that, you have to figure out, like, why did the seller go with someone else? And I had a situation where a property sold for the exact same price that I had gave the seller for like a month later or something like that. And I asked her, I called her, I said, listen, why did you decide to go with these people? And they said, Mashika, it's 4 of us on this property with heirs. You were pitching to something, with terms where we can't sit here and collect money over time. We need the money now. And so when you didn't circle back around and give me my offer again, I just, I didn't reach out to you or anything, but I wanted the cash, and the offer was good. That wasn't a problem, but you kept harping on terms, and that's not what we needed. And in that moment, I was like, wow, Mashika, you have to do better with actually figuring out what the needs of the seller are and give that to them as soon as possible. Because if you don't, you leave it for somebody else to come in behind your back, sweet talk somebody, not even sweet talk them, but do what you didn't do and get the deal on the contract. So how can you be mad if somebody does come behind your back because you left that door open for them to come in? Right? So it's just a matter of when I say build rapport with the seller, when I say have a friend by the end of the call, when I say make sure you cover your bases with the seller and read them and understand if this is motivation here or not, or if they're playing games. Because you do have sellers that give me an offer, and what y'all do, give them an offer. Go to these appointments that you should have never been on in the first place because it was no value there. And you can't do anything from the seller, but they know one thing for sure. This person, I got people calling me every week, once a week, asking about my house. So yeah, I'm taking the highest and best offer. So if money is my motivation, well, the more money I get, the better off I'll be. But if I actually have a problem that I want need to be solved, and everybody else can't solve it, but Mashika comes along and she can solve it, well, I'm dealing with Mashika and Mashika alone. Right? So that's all I got to say on that. Is it making sense now, or y'all still just like, you know what, people gonna just steal my deals?
No, I mean, it makes sense.
But what?
It makes sense, but I still feel like I'm leading them to the deal. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, because if you're saying like,
She want to know every angle to protect herself from being robbed.
I guess like you said, like if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to come and close the deal, I guess. But I don't, like, for me, like I'm new, like really new at this. Okay, this is my first time even looking at land and stuff. But you said if you're not doing what you need to do to go and to seal the deal or whatever. But I don't know to seal the deal if I'm sending buyers to the property, I guess, or different buyers to the property. I don't have a relationship, because I don't have a relationship with any of them, except for the one guy. But you said I should, I guess not really fish it, but pitch it to different buyers just to see if it's something that they would be interested in. But I feel like I'm leading them to that deal if they do decide to go back and take it behind my back, because I've led them to that deal. I don't know. But I mean, I guess that's how the game goes, though, because in order for somebody to buy it, you have to show them what you have. So, I mean, I understand, I guess, both. I understand what you're saying.
Didn't she have it on the contract?
It just doesn't make, it just in a way like it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I mean, I guess that comes with time and experience too. So.
Okay. So oftentimes, and I could tell y'all, oftentimes in the industry, what I see as far as being able to let somebody come in and steal a deal is because the fact that you're agreeing to it shows, it bleeds through, right? But with that, Denise, you are banned from the chat. Do not comment anything else. But with that, right? we have a lead that we was working on, right? I had my acquisitions manager call on the lead. She said that the guy was African and she couldn't understand what he was saying. So I was like, okay, well, let's call him back and get some more information and kind of struggle through it, because we don't know African. And so that was on the table. So then I'm in a Facebook group and I see that somebody has it on a contract and they're advertising it to the group. And I'm looking, I'm like, that looks familiar. So I reached out to her. I said, ain't this the lead that we was working on? She was like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, got it. So I ran the comps real fast because I remembered that he was just saying, come out and have an offer, come out and have an offer. Like, come out and give us an offer, right? And I'm like, no, we're not. So we need more information. And so somebody did get it on the contract or whatever. And so now I'm looking at it and I ran the contract fast. They want $70,000 for it. The highest sale in the area, I believe, was like $62,000, right? This house has fire damage and everything. So I'm looking, I said, Terry, he has it locked up too high, because she was trying to like take it off the to-do list. And I'm like, no, stay right there and let's see how this plays out. So then he started deleting people's comments off of the post. And people are saying like, because he estimated like 50,000 for the rehab. And after I seen that, I'm like, he definitely has locked up too high if he wants 70 grand. Because there was no comp in the area suggesting that he could even sell it for 120 for it to cover the rehab and the purchase price. And so with that, I'm like, he got it locked up too high. And so I looked again because he, like I said, he deleted the comments. I'm like, where are the comments? I know people was commenting on this thing. And one comment was like, you overestimated the repairs. If it's a fire damaged house, it's going to be way over 50,000. He was like, I realized that now. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said, I realize that now. And pretty much Robert said, like, thank you for not being helpful. And so with that, I asked him, I said, what's your next steps? He told me that he's planning on going back and canceling the contract with the seller because he feel like he got it locked up too high or whatever. And in that moment, I was like, okay, maybe we can partner on it and collaborate where I can get him under contract for the right price. But I didn't because the lead is not mine. Now, if it was mine, I would have reached out to him and said, let's collaborate on this because we were speaking to the seller or whatnot. And, I know my numbers and stuff like that. Experience trumps the non-experience, right? And so with that, if you're just out here throwing out offers, getting offers accepted and slapping paperwork on it, you leave somebody like me to come in, wait on your contract to expire, ask you what's your next steps, and you cancel it. And then I go back and I get it under contract for the right price. But why am I able to do that? Because you just locked it up on a contract, you got an offer accepted, and you ran with it. Slapped it in an assignment fee and, put it out there to see if it was stick. And then you got investors dogging you out pretty much because they know that you're new. And so while they're laughing at you in your face, they're going behind your back and going to steal the deal. And so the purpose of this journey is say, you know what? I'm tired of seeing newbies falling to the wayside, giving up, dropping out the race because they don't know what to do. I'm tired of seeing all these YouTube videos that just give out information, but there's no real content to help, steer them from doing stuff like that, locking it up too high. I'm tired of hearing the terror stories or the horror stories about what went wrong on a deal when it could simply be avoided by picking up the phone and calling them Mashika. I'm tired of that. And so that's why the Lord led me to do this here. And I'm here doing it. Right? And so it's frustrating and challenging for me because if this stuff is kind of still popping up in your heads, it's like, okay, well, is the information that I'm giving enough? Or is it just kind of rolling off of their head because the fears are talking, the industry is talking, and they're running with that more than what they're getting here at Closest Collab, right? And I'm willing to really just bet money at this point because if you take what I give you here and you apply it, and I contact you probably 2 years from now if you're still wholesaling and doing real estate, and I ask you, Denise, have you ever gotten a contract stolen? Have anybody ever went behind your back? Andrea, has anybody went behind your back? And I believe deeply in my heart that you'll say no. Why? Because you took what I say here and you applied it and you saw that it worked for you. Right? Because I don't have that same story that people are saying about stealing a deal. The only experience I can give you is the fact that somebody bought a property, bought a property that I never had under contract for the same price that I gave the seller because I dropped the ball and didn't understand what they needed. And I didn't fulfill their needs. That's on me. I can't be mad at the person who bought it because they understood the assignment and completed it. I cannot be mad at him. All I can do is say, you know what? Take this advice, learn to do better, be better, and do it again for the next person the next time. Right? Because if I was too busy worried about pride and figuring out, okay, well, let me just hold this in my hand for my next contract. No, let me call the seller. Level with me, please, Miss Seller. Tell me what I did wrong. Why wasn't this a done deal? And it's simply because you left the door open for somebody else to come in. And that's the only way I know how to give it to y'all. So if you're not, taking this stuff serious here, and you letting everything else, that all the noise, the outside noise, outside of Closers Collab, defeat you in a sense and cause you to kind of stay on the bench and not do what you need to do and not take the advice or the action steps that I give y'all, then there's nothing more than I could do. I've given the decision to you. And so if you're not actually in the industry and you're not taking action and getting stuff under contract and getting into the closing table, how can you really say what's going to happen and what's not? My husband has never done a deal before. Never. All he knows is the noise of the industry, and he's made a couple cold calls. That's it.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
All I'm saying is that's what it is.
Don't do that, bro.
And so for people who harp on that fact, you'll talk to somebody else who been in the industry for years and never had that problem. Why? Because they knew their stuff enough to say, you know what, it don't stop here because somebody want to come behind my back and now the seller wants to back out. No, let's go ahead and file this memorandum because they're a little antsy. And then if they're still antsy, let's do a lawsuit. Right? That's it. It's that simple.
Makes sense.
And that's all I got. That's it. We 26 minutes over time. It's 9:29. And so that's all I got. I don't even got the energy to pray us out. So y'all pray us out. In your own little way. Just say, Lord, please don't let me be out here scared to get my stuff done because I'm scared somebody else gonna come and take it. Because I know it's for me, it's for me. And no matter what may come up, it shall not prosper if it's for me. And so if it does prosper, then it must mean it wasn't for me. And please help me be better in the industry as an investor, as a wholesaler, to help, do what I need to do for the sellers that you bring me in contact with. Because it's not about the person who came behind your back and started the deal. It's about you. Where did you go wrong? Where did you drop the ball? And that's just that. Exactly, Angie. Exactly. So I think I gave you about 3 examples now. So if you still feel the same way, I'm just out of it. I don't know what else to do. So, if you're not comfortable with bringing the buyers to it, Kayla, I get it. But I don't know what else to, give to you on that. It's just up to you. So if you find another way to make it work, then let me know. Bring it to the group so we can learn from it. But all I could give you is my experience and my knowledge and the knowledge that I've gained for everybody else in the experience who are actually doing deals and doing them well. And that's all I can bring to y'all. I can't bring y'all nothing else. So.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's not that I'm scared. I was just like, that's just, and not that it even really crossed my mind. It was just, just something that was like, what if? Like you said, I can't always think of the what ifs because it may not happen, but it's just like, it is a possibility because it is a gamble. It's something that you're banking on, that could or could not work. And even if I do bring a buyer who say that they're going to actually want to buy it, you know what I mean? So it can either go either way. So I get it. It's not that I'm scared to bring, that was just something like what if could that happen? Basically, it's just like a could it happen type thing. So it's all me. I get it. Like I said, I definitely get it because that's just the way the game goes and it's all a gamble. So,
yeah. And it's just the nature of the industry. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does. Nor just saw an example of it happening. But I would like to talk to that wholesaler and say, hey, tell me more about how this deal came about and tell me more about the situation with the other wholesaler. And if she can find the post, I will reach out to her and I'll bring her into the group and we can have a conversation about it and see how we can help her. And if that's what y'all need, then I'm willing to do that.
Right. Okay.
So,
Well, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Denise. All right. That's all I got. So love you guys. Good night. I hope this was good for y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good night.